Yeah. Okay, here we go. Start it up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Having an out-of-control backlog is a not-so-secret shame to gamers, readers, and movie fans of all kinds. It is only in the past couple months that I feel like I've actually been able to make some real, tangible progress. In this video, I'm gonna talk about why we do this to ourselves and why it's not your fault. And then I'm gonna give you the simple, common
It's not your fault!
that I have been using to beat my backlog and actually enjoy playing the stuff that I love again without stressing about it. Let me give you an analogy. For much of my life,
it's not your fault, Annie.
Houses that did not have a dishwasher. The task of
I was looking forward to my copy of Code Vein 2. So I'm sad. Ended up buying Magic the Gathering cards. No! I thought you said you weren't gonna do that anymore. What the heck? Bruh. Come on, you have better self-control than that. You're better than that. I hope you got good cards, though.
Monumental chore. I would let the dishes pile up in the sink for days, sometimes longer, before I could finally get around to it.
You did?
What should have been a regular, quick, 10-minute daily task turned into a multiple evening slog that I actively dreaded.
Hey, you got backlog to deal with anyways.
It's a lot easier to buy games,
so it's okay.
Movies than it is to actually sit down, focus, and enjoy them.
Yes, it's so true. Oh my god. It's the same. I have the same saying about my model kit backlog. I say buy model kits and building model kits are two completely separate hobbies. Just like game collecting. Game collecting and playing video games are two different hobbies. That's how I justify it. And yeah. That's my copium.
I jokingly tell people that I don't have a problem buying media. I do it quite easily.
I don't have a problem.
That's the problem. I have a limited time to actually enjoy these things. It constantly feels like I'm adding to my backlog, and it turns into a stressor. Video games, books, and shows are supposed to be fun, so why are we
Ooh, that looks old.
Having a backlog? I know, complaining about having too many video games sounds like a complete
Ninja Gaiden?
Oh, my life is so hard, my pillow is too soft, my steak is too buttery, and I own too
my
many
steak is too buttery!
Games. But the larger shifts and trends in the media landscape are actively conspiring to make it this way. Why is it like this? Reason number one for a large backlog is the scarcity mindset. Physical media all have a limited press run.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I'm such a sucker for limited edition stuff. Cause, as we all know, it's limited edition. So as soon as it's gone, it's gone! And then you gotta pay premium prices for it afterwards. And it's like, I don't wanna do that. So, gotta buy it on launch day, right? I actually don't have that big of a gaming backlog, mainly because I don't buy too many. That's good. You have good self-control, unlike me. Surprisingly, I bought much less games this year. You know what? Same. And I think there's a reason for that. Games are more expensive, and there aren't as many good games to buy anymore. Not like, say, 10 years ago. Yeah, I don't buy much for myself. I mean, you buy the occasional game, and then you enjoy it, right? Just like the old days. You buy one game, you play it, and you replay it until you beat it and you master it, right? Like Super Mario Brothers 3. Those were the days.
Cartridges and discs made. There are only so many pressings of a book or a movie on disc. And quite frankly, there's a limited amount of time that shows are even available for streaming before they get pulled off for a tax write-off.
You see, this is why I don't have like a Netflix subscription or anything like that, because of this. You know, as Gabe Newell said, piracy is a service issue. If you have good service, piracy automatically goes away. It's convenient to just have a Netflix and then just watch whatever you want. But when they start pulling stuff like this, and then changing it, I remember there was a guide on how to watch every season of Pokemon, on which platforms to watch it on. It's ridiculous, and then they just keep cycling this stuff all over the place. So that the guide is outdated now too. Good luck finding the next season.
Or farmed off to another streaming service. The scarcity mindset is incredibly real. I run into this in used bookstores.
They do this on purpose, big corpo.
The fear is always right there in front of my mind. This might be the only time that I'm ever going to find a copy of this specific game. the voice in my head says, and that if I don't buy it right now and add it to my backlog, I'm going to regret it.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So I bought that tape, I bought that book, and I bought that game, and I add it directly to the ever-growing pile of shame.
That's me like that with model kits too. Cause especially during COVID, for some reason, a lot of the model kits I buy, if I don't pre-order it, if I don't camp to pre-order, the pre-orders sell out like months before the product is even released. Probably like half a year before the product is released. And then now I have this huge backlog of all these model kits that I just simply don't have the time to build. Because I'm, well, too lazy for one. And because I have all these other backlogs that I have to tackle. It's just so many backlogs. Guess your only hobby is video gaming, so that saves you? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, take it from me. Don't get into too many different hobbies. You will regret it. I'm sure Phantom Jane regrets getting into too many hobbies, right? No, he's okay, actually. He's only got a few hobbies, and they're manageable. And he keeps track of everything, so it's all good. And plus, he keeps it separate. Like his card collections and stuff like that. He collects them. It's not like a huge, hobby for him, so that's great. I don't have a problem. Maybe you have a problem. I do have a problem. I've got like an anime backlog, anime watch list backlog. I've got a model kit backlog, video game backlog, Steam backlog. I've got a YouTube watch later backlog. There is 900, I'm looking at it right now, the watch later list. I have 925 videos in this watch later list. I'm never gonna finish that. Add a witch hat atelier to your backlog? Oh no! Otherwise my money would have gone. I wouldn't have retirement money. That's good that you have retirement money.
And it's not just physical media. Digital sales are an even more insidious trap. You don't even have to physically see the clutter on your shelves, but you get that instant dopamine hit of purchasing. And
Steam
I have Amazon Kindle books
library.
and downloads of games for systems that I don't even play anymore. Reason number 2 is professionally weaponized distraction. The social media industry is a monetized distraction industry made up of giant corporations.
Oh man, I'm so guilty of this. I doom scroll so much that I end up wasting so much time that I could have spent on playing a video game or something. Is anyone else guilty of this? Maybe it's because I don't have a severe ADHD? Oh man! Man, I'm certified now. Certified ADHD. HDAD. High definition attention deficit. You will like it because it's really cute and nicely animated. For which? Yeah, I doom scroll constantly, making me late for work. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, we're both victims to this. I tried to curb this a little bit by intentionally, when I wake up and I'm like, oh, I think I'll look at some YouTube before I fully wake up. I'm like, no, you know what? I'm gonna open my handheld game system, play a bit of backlog or whatever. At least do something like that. So I don't have to be fully awake to do something like that. And I don't have to be fully awake because if I do something try to learn Japanese or try to read a book, that's just not gonna go in. It's just a waste of time. So I think I tried the video game thing in the morning. It lasted like a day, maybe 2. And then I was back to doom scrolling. I hear my alarm, I get up immediately, start getting ready for work. Yeah, you're busy, right? You get busy. You have a job to go to, and then you barely have time to sleep and everything like that. I mean, I'm obviously making it worse. Me, I have the luxury, and I'm wasting it away by doom scrolling on YouTube. Sometimes my doom scrolling is educational Japanese. That's pretty good then. I listen to music while getting ready, that's my coffee. Nice. I mostly cut coffee from my life now. I just drink tea. Usually Earl Grey, but recently I got orange pico. I got a lot of orange pico to go through. Oh my god. So yeah, that's my morning drink now. I think I feel a bit better than drinking coffee all the time. So I only drink coffee when I'm like out with friends, having brunch together, like with Fatim J and Seven. I doom scroll when I'm bored and finish everything for the day. That's good that you're able to prioritize and leave it to last. I have no self-control.
TikTok, and yeah, even YouTube. They get paid by figuring out just
Yeah,
how much
play
to
Zelda!
get you to engage with their platform so they can sell your attention to advertisers. They are trying to monopolize your time for money. You used to join social media to see what your friends were doing, but your friends aren't really posting there anymore, and thanks to the algorithm, you wouldn't see it if they did. Instead, you are just getting a
Very
constant stream
true.
of engagement bait, custom tailored to your specific psychological
Especially on
profile.
Facebook. Oh my god, Facebook has gotten so bad. I rarely ever see my friends' posts anymore. They're all just these random people I don't even know that show up on my feed, and I'm supposed to engage with that? Or like some group, some Facebook group, and it's like, oh my god, I don't care. Or the advertisement? Man, the shitification of the internet. Gunburger. That's is that a Gundam thing with a chicken burger? Is that a legit like McDonald's advertisement or something? No kidding. Don't know how that will even work.
To keep you scrolling. It is designed to trigger you with a high reaction potential, low intellectual curiosity, and manufactured outrage. We are distracted like never before.
Manufactured outrage.
Often, we just want to
That's
sit
right,
down
cat.
and work on our backlog. But if you pick up your phone, you get caught by a video with a high click-through rate and a curiosity hook. And
Yeah, this guy likes
you
Gundam.
spend the last 2 hours going down a YouTube binge or getting suggested Japanese ferry boat overnight tourism videos, which admittedly are entirely engrossing once you see the food
Whoa!
and the buffet. But it means
Oh man. Oh, I miss gyudons, like actual Japanese authentic gyudons. Uh-oh. Whoa, what was that? Did the stream like stutter? Oh, you have a Donald's Gundam? You gotta show me one day.
you're not actually playing the game that you wanted to play in your limited free time. Add that to the fact that my cat, this guy, frequently demands that I stop what I'm doing, like recording this video, and take him out for a walk.
Aw, so cute.
Stares at a fence, through the fence at other cats so he can yell at them. Like that. And it is an absolute miracle that I can ever make it past the title screen. The algorithm
What a
and
cute
cats are playing
kitty.
dirty for your attention, and frankly, they are winning. Let's talk about the specific psychology about why you feel paralyzed when you sit down in front of your games, books, and movies. First of all, we need to realize that collecting and playing are two entirely separate hobbies.
See? See? What did I say? Collecting and playing are two separate hobbies. You heard it here, folks. Breaking news.
And we often get them confused. The thrill of the hunt, scouring eBay, importing a rare Famicom cartridge from Japan, cleaning the contacts with isopropyl ethanol, and organizing it perfectly on your shelf.
Ethanol?
That is its own complete dopamine.
No.
And that is a hobby.
Alcohol.
The friction happens when we feel guilty
I'm not a collector, I'm a player.
that we haven't actually played the things that we just enjoyed collecting. Forgiving yourself for being a collector is sometimes a huge relief. But the biggest factor against us older
demons
gamers
of decision
playing our games is
fatigue.
Decision fatigue. You know, when you actually spend your entire day taking care of clients, managing family health needs, putting out fires at work, and making high-stakes decisions, your brain's choice battery is at absolute zero by 7 o'clock at night. Staring at a massive wall of physical media or booting up an EverDrive with 3,000 ROMs on it actually mimics the stress of being at work. You are not too old for video games. Your brain is simply refusing to make another choice today. Choosing what to watch, what to play, and what to read is actually stressful, and it exerts a significant amount of mental energy that should be spent into just enjoying the thing.
Yeah.
And finally, there's the someday fantasy. We buy these massive 100-hour RPGs for the person that we wish that we had time to be.
Yes,
not the person that we actually
someday.
are. But let's be honest, at this stage in our lives, the only role that we're actively playing is tired guy on the couch. So backlog is basically a museum of our idealized, stress-free future. But why is it always like this?
Yeah, you know what? I remember maybe 20 years ago? Yeah, maybe 20 years ago. Looking at my old backlog of games. And I'm like, you know what? I'll play these when I retire. When I retire and have more time, then I'll sit down and enjoy these gems. 20 years have passed. Maybe even 30. Looking at my PS1 games, I still have PS1 backlog.
And what can we do about it? This is a turning point, and the reason you are not actually playing the games is not because you are lazy. It is not because you are broken. It is because you are playing by the wrong rules. Have you ever been to a Trader Joe's or an Aldi's? Now, these are grocery stores, but the way that they handle their inventory is completely different, and it gives them a massive psychological edge. So if you go into a massive supermarket, they're probably...
I noticed it. Very limited choices. Man, you go to like a regular grocery store or a drugstore or something like that. Hey yo. Yeah, you go to a regular store, there's like products, like insane amount of choices. Like you just want to buy toothpaste. And there's like 15 different toothpastes that you can choose from. And it's like, why? Does it even make a difference? Like which one? Ugh, it's so exhausting. Yes. Phantom J says yes. I mean, you should know, right? You can say from experience. Does it make that much of a difference though? Like, if instead of having 15 different toothpastes to choose from, I only had 3. The 3 brands, Crest, Colgate, and I don't know, something else. Procter & Gamble, I don't know, something. Would it really make that much of a difference? Compared to like 5 different types of Crests with like whitening or with scope added? Or like double peppermint or something like that? I don't get it. Or like extra strength with like 100% active ingredients with more surfactants, etc. Value of the brand is one thing. Okay? Yeah, value of the brand is important, for sure. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stick with one brand. I don't need to get all the other stuff, you know? All those extras and stuff. I always stay with the same brand so I don't get overwhelmed. Yes, exactly. BRB, gonna go wet my hair to help my headache. Okay. Have fun wetting your hair. I would type more if I was not on the phone. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. We can talk about this sometime. I wouldn't mind discussing it. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Maybe we'll do it over brunch.
Going to carry over 100 different kinds of pasta sauce. It is paralyzing. But
yeah.
They might have like 5 choices. By artificially limiting
yeah, 5 choices.
Ensuring all the options are actually pretty good, it greatly defeats choice paralysis. People actually go in, buy their groceries faster, and have a higher degree of satisfaction with their purchases. So on October 2024, a YouTuber named Carrie the Snail inspired me. He did an excellent experiment where he only consumed media that he placed on a single small...
Wow, look at all those games! Wow! I mean, that's really impressive.
For an entire month. And it was actually pretty good. I tried it. What I learned from this exercise is that there are unique...
Wait, what?
It was actually where he only consumed media that he placed on a single small shelf for an entire month. And it was actually pretty good. I tried it. What I learned from this exercise is that there are unique strengths in having limited options. When I limited my choice, I actually found myself choosing what was on there.
Yes. You know what? I actually do this for my retro handhelds. Like, my cousin, we bought the same retro handheld, right? And, you know, the AYN Thor, which is awesome, by the way. And, the first thing he did was he set it all up. He loaded it with thousands of games, set up, like, the catalogs and everything, and, like, did all the grabbing all the artwork and stuff like that. And he's played approximately 2 hours of games. Yeah. I mean, he's a busy guy, but he barely has any chance to like sit down and play games or anything like that. And there's like so many choices for him. For me, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna play these 3 games or something like that. And I just added it to my system. And that's it. And it's like, okay, you know, I'll play these. And then I'll cycle through them. If I don't feel like playing this one today, I'll play this other one. That kind of thing. And it's been good. I mean, I'm also highly focused, so most of the time I do end up sticking with just one game. So I have like, you know, two games going. I have a console game going and a handheld game going. Sometimes I'll have like a PC game going, but that's about it. And I keep it to that. I try to. But then I end up, you know, focusing and playing the game until I beat it before I move on. Unable to drop it, even if the game is like mediocre, I guess. Because I want to see it through to the end. That's my problem.
Really quickly. And then I was doing a lot more thinking about the game or show itself, rather than just browsing a menu. Now, what are we going to do about this? Beat your backlog.
Yeah.
The now playing rule of 3 method. Alright, enough background.
Rule of 3!
So, the solution to choice paralysis is to drastically and temporarily reduce your choices. Now, I will warn you, a couple of these steps are going to sound a little silly, but stick with me because they actually work. You are going to need a small shelf or a dedicated space like a side table. And you need a small notebook, and a pen, and a place to stash your smartphone like a wool sock. We are going to create a now playing shelf. The entire point of this is to take the media that you have set aside and put it in a highly visible, easy accessible location. I have this little IKEA tote on my end table, right next to my CRT and my couch in my living room. Here is a core rule of the rule of 3. You select exactly 3 games, 3 shows, and 3 books. Keep them on this common shelf.
Yo!
3 shows, and
the official Nintendo Player's Guide. I have that. I've had that since I was a kid. Oh man. That brings back memories of me like sitting down and like eating some cereal or something like that, and then just going through the book. And then looking at the walkthroughs and imagining myself playing the games that I don't have. Oh man, those were the times.
3 books.
I still have it.
Common shelf. This is where you're going to go to get your media items that you're currently enjoying. And instead of being overwhelmed, you're going to be greeted with some totally not stressful limited choices. Now, do not load up on one genre. If you choose 3 massive 80-hour JRPGs, you are going to burn out instantly. You need variety. Just pick one long game, one narrative game, and always have one quick pick-up-and-play arcade games or action games as a palate cleanser.
Yeah, that's why I have, like, you know, a console game, a handheld game, and maybe a PC game. Because usually handheld games are easier to, like, sort of just pick up and play and put down. And then the console game is like, okay, I'm going to sit down and invest, like, you know, 2 hours or something like that.
I'm sure you have a wide variety of stuff to get through. But what if you play digitally? Rule 2 is to use physical reminders for virtual media. Even if you're playing
cute.
Drive, keep the device on your shelf. Choose a physical object to stand in.
Snatcher! Oh my gosh, Snatcher was a great game. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played it before. I mean, it's old. It was like for Sega CD. But it was one of those games where I well, I never had it back in the day, but when I saw it, like, in, like, the game magazines and stuff, I'm like, this looks right up my alley. But I wasn't gonna buy, like, an entire video game system just to play a Snatcher, right? So I never got to play it until, basically I got it running on an emulator. Specifically, I got it running on my Nintendo Switch. And I was like, okay, this is a good chance to play, you know, a renowned game by Hideo Kojima, of all people. And you can tell what his inspirations were, of course. Definitely like Blade Runner and Terminator, that kind of thing. It was a great story. I really enjoyed it.
Choice. Put a piece of masking tape on the front of your flashcard and write your name of the game that you were focusing on.
TMNT!
Or use a physical stand-in. Find a small trinket, a retro figure of a game character, or even just a sticky note. You need a physical memento to remind you of that
Goemon!
So that when you look at your shelf...
Laid back cap, based. That's such a great show.
The digital game exists in the physical world. This is the psychology of object permanence. Scrolling through an EverDrive
Object
menu
permanence,
over 1,000
okay.
ROMs triggers decision fatigue. But holding a physical token of a game that represents a single digital game satisfies that tactile...
You know, you could also just, for these sort of, digital games? Laid back cap? Yes, laid back cap! He has some laid back cap figures and they're so cute. What was I saying? Oh yeah! Another thing you could do is pick a few games, add it to your favorites list or your bookmarks or something, and then only look at those. Hey, you know what that reminds me of? A certain friend of mine, I'm not sure if they're watching, he was overwhelmed with his library of Steam games, so much so that he decided to delete his entire account. He lost everything, and he felt better for it, of course, at least for a little while. And then now he's like, okay, I got another Steam account, and I'm starting to buy games again. And it's like, oh man, you know, you really could have just sorted it out a bit better. But he had like decision fatigue, just like this guy was talking about. Going through all these games trying to pick out something was just impossible. So I kind of get it. But yeah.
Visual part of our brain. Yeah, it's a little silly, but so is playing video games. Rule 3 is keep a progress journal.
Playing video games is not silly.
Right next to all the games. Writing passwords and hints in a physical...
Wait, what was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
Right next to all the games.
What was that?
Rule 3 is keep a progress journal. Keep a small notebook right next to all...
What is that? Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. If you know what I mean. Teddy! Yeah, it's so cute. He has such a cute cat.
Writing passwords and hints in a physical notebook is absolutely crucial. Don't
Passwords and hints?
Write down specific directions for your future exhausted self. Write down, next time I play, go to the ice dungeon, use fire spells, and bring ethers.
So, you know, one of the cool things about the AYN Thor, not in any way sponsored, unfortunately, is because it has a dual screen. When I'm playing a retro game on the top screen, I put like a guide, like a game FAQ guide on the bottom screen, and essentially that's my bookmark. So anytime I go back to it, I just read like the paragraph and I know exactly what I have to do next. And a while ago, before I bought the AYN Thor, for my retro games, when I did a quick save and quit, like I would stand like in front of the door that I'm supposed to go into and face that direction, so I know that's where I'm supposed to go next. That sort of thing.
But when you pick up the game back up a week later, you aren't completely lost. You have your orders, and you don't have to jot down your elaborate, detailed, intimate feelings. Just a basic who's who and what's going on in the game. If you're...
You know what though, like, I think what he's doing, like, it seems like a cool idea, but it's kind of time consuming, you know? I don't know if I would have the patience for that, to like write down that kind of stuff. No.
Watching a TV series, write down the last episode that you watched. So books have bookmarks. For everything else, write it down. So it's important that you use real paper with a pen and ink to avoid
Wow, that looks so old.
Hey, speaking of digital distractions, Rule 4, 2 hours focus block and the phone sock. You need dedicated time and you need a phone sock.
Focus.
2 hours per night.
Phone sock.
During this time, do not go down YouTube rabbit holes.
There's a warm sock.
Take your smartphone. Now, put the volume on loud so you can hear emergency calls from your family. And zip it inside that old Nintendo DS case or wool sock.
DS case.
I know, openly admitting that I put a $1,000 smartphone into a chunky, zippered 2005 handheld case sounds completely ridiculous, but I'm telling you, it works. It creates a physical barrier to mindless scrolling. Now, you only want to do this on weeknights, setting aside roughly 10 hours a week. That is 40 hours a month of fighting your backlog. By setting a dedicated time block, you can watch 2 full episodes of a 1-hour TV show. You can watch an entire 2-hour movie, and you can make some serious progress in a video game. When you finally roll the credits on a game, there is a very specific analog joy in taking a physical pen and aggressively crossing it off your list. Write a giant finished in your progress journal and actively take a minute to celebrate that victory. You earned it. To show you how this works, here is exactly
Welcome back, Cass.
A practical, real-world demonstration of the Rule of 3 in action. For books, I have a book called How to Shoot Video That Doesn't Suck, which is great because I'm actively trying to make videos that do not suck. So like, comment, and subscribe. I also have the original, the official Nintendo Player's Guide.
Yeah, his is in such great condition.
I have a
Mine looks like crap.
Stop, Hibari-kun. It is from the very early 1980s, and it just got an official
Wow.
2026. Shows.
What?
For shows, I am watching Laid Back Camp. Ninja
Laid Back Camp.
Ridiculous bootleg Malaysian DVD of...
Wait. Bootleg Malaysian DVD? You obey the order of Commander.
Mobile Suit Gundam.
All your base arm belong to us.
0079. Laid Back Camp is an incredibly wholesome anime about a high school camping club. This is the show that actually inspired me to start hiking in real life. Ninja Kamui...
Whoa.
Ninja Kamui, the Ninja Deserter, is a gritty 1969 anime show about poverty, suffering, violence, and ninja trying to escape the ninja underworld. So it actually has
anime of the
Mexico
60s.
and other Spanish-speaking countries, and the gritty
Mexico, of
Spanish
course.
is here. And the Gundam DVDs, well, my official Blu-ray has a manufacturing error on disc 1. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for out-of-print replacements, I bought a $30 Malaysian set, and the subtitles were translated from Japanese to Chinese and then to English.
Japanese to Chinese to English. That's like that, what was it? The Star Wars one. You ever heard of that one? The do not want meme? The Empire Strikes Back, it was like the backstroke of the West. Because of poor translation. Man.
It is a funky hodgepodge.
Talk about lost in translation, yeah.
And I'm really having a good time.
It's so phenomenally bad, it's good.
And for my 3 games,
Now I want a copy.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Technically, they're
Knuckles.
But they were made as a 2-parter. In playing Sonic 3 connected to Sonic and Knuckles is the definitive experience. I have Phantasy Star 4 on Sega Genesis.
Phantasy Star.
Awesome anime art, and it is widely considered to be the best RPG experience on the entire Sega console. And the crazy part...
Yo, that actually looks pretty good.
And for my palate cleanser, there is Street Fighter Alpha 2 or Street Fighter Zero 2 on the Super Nintendo. They were actually...
On the Super Wait, why are you playing the Super Nintendo version? That's like so inferior. To play the arcade one. What the heck?
To fit this incredibly detailed arcade game onto a Super Nintendo cartridge.
It's impressive.
DD1 enhancement chip inside the cart itself to help decompress all that detailed...
Yeah, the decompression, oh my gosh. I remember when I rented the game. The first one, I think it was, yeah. No, this was the one, yeah. I rented this one just to see and try it out. And oh my gosh, before the fight starts, it's like, round 1, fight! And then it just pauses. And it just decompresses every single, GIF or whatever, animation, frame, into the game. And it takes a good 15 seconds to do it. It's like, oh my gosh.
Animation. Now, listening to me talk about my backlog is great, but it won't...
You would need a cabinet or a digital emulator. This is the easiest way. Yeah, I suppose so. But he does have You know, he does have emulation and stuff like that too. But yeah, I get it, yeah. Washing my hair made me realize how strong of a core and legs I have. Because I was bent over for like 5 minutes straight and it was fine. Wow, that's amazing. I can't even last 5 seconds. I'd be on the floor, crumpled.
Help you fix yours. Now, I want you to stop what you're doing. Look around your room. Find a small side table or clear one shelf. Tonight, I want you to choose 3 games, your 3 books, and your 3 shows. Put everything else out of your mind. Put your phone away, turn on your TV, and take back your free time. This is about having fun and making progress on your backlog without getting stressed out about it. Because games, books, and movies are supposed to be fun. I hope that this video helps you to beat your backlog. Pick those books, games, and shows and get busy. And if you want to see more videos like this,
get busy! Get busy, guys! Thank you for massaging. What do you guys think? Man, this guy's definitely a retro guy for sure. Like, I feel it. I feel it just like myself.
Easy.
Right? I think, like, I have a system for my video games, but I don't have a system for my anime. Maybe that's why I haven't been watching anime. Cause, like, you know, I have everything all figured out. My games. I can't relate much to this video. That's a good thing. I heavily relate to it, unfortunately. I mean, it's like, you know, first world problems, right? But I think it's a good problem to have, you could say. You know, we're spoiled by choice. And me with my Steam library as well, which, you know, I rarely ever touch. I just buy because of Steam sales. And I'm like waiting for like the perfect sale, like, oh, 95% off? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! And then it just sits in my backlog. And I'm like, man, you know what? That reminds me, there was this time when I watched this video. I can't remember what it was. But it was like, for this game, Binary Domain. And it was just like a cutscene or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh! This game was made by the same guys that made Yakuza? Man, I need to get this game! It's on sale on Steam right now? Dang! Okay, check it out. Wait, I already own this game? Rip. When did I buy this game? Totally not installing the latest Forza. Hey, Will, you have your hobbies, you have your preferences, and it's very, what's the word? Focused, right? For me, I have like such a broad interest in all these different things. So I end up having like this huge backlog of all these different genres, like everything. RPGs, action games, fighting games, shooting games, first-person shooters, third-person shooters, horror games, some puzzle games, some music games. The list just goes on. Visual novels, casual games, chill games, oh. So I think you're fine, Whale. You're fine, Whale. One of my friends used to ask me to watch things with him so he could be motivated to watch it. And or play a game too. You know what? That's cool. Sometimes I've done that before actually. I've had a friend when we decided together, okay, we're gonna play this game together. Kind of thing. We did that I think with Last of Us 1. And then we did that with Last of Us 2. But we only got through like part way in the game. And then I was just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. Yeah, I think I remember doing a live stream for one time playing Last of Us 2. I do honestly wish the Isle dinosaur game was still in its second version. I really enjoyed being a dino for hours and hours. That's cute. So is it like, you know, like almost like World of Warships? Like dino form? That sounds like a neat experience. I'm actually surprised that is it a popular genre? If they were single-player games, I'd either watch or play alongside them. Yes. Yeah, for me and my friend, we basically took turns. Of course, I was, I died a lot, but she died a lot too, so, yeah, it was tough. Yeah, you and Cassandra are playing League of Last of Us. Yeah, it was Last of Us 2, yeah. Survival PvP. You spawn as a youth or hatch as a baby to another player. Oh my gosh, that sounds really cool. That's a neat concept. So it's just like a dog eat dog world kind of thing where like you have to survive by just, it's PvP. So kind of like Tokyo Jungle. I still need to play that game. Another one in the backlog. You know what? You know how it is, right? I think Phantom J played it. Tokyo Jungle. It's like a post-apocalyptic environment, and only the animals survived. So you can play as like a chihuahua or something like that, or like a tiger. Yeah, it's very cute, right? Was that no wait? It was a Pomeranian, right? Yeah, but I played in a server with rules to make it so, like, a Triceratops wouldn't just kill another Triceratops for no reason. That's cool. A private server. You play as a palm and make generations of palms that kill tigers. That's wild. Is it made by, like, the same people that made, like, Earth Defense Force? I tried to get into that game. Never clicked with me. To each their own, right? But you can also play other animals. Like a deer needs to sneak around in grass to live. So then it becomes a stealth game. It's really cool though. Yeah, it's a cool concept. I might enjoy it. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream it one day. Maybe that'll be the motivation. I'll play it live. So you get a live react. Okay, I started up my PS5 now. Yep. Anyways, this was a fun video. I'm glad I watched it. Let's see, go back to here for now. Yep. Okay, switching back to... Okay, PC only screen. Duplicate. That's what I wanted to do. Close that. Okay. We technically are helping you with watch later YouTube video backlog. Yeah, true. But I think I'm adding more to it faster than I can watch it.